You know, as I float through this timeline with you guys, this crazy timeline we're on. No pictures or edits in this video. I'm just going to show you some straight silver, and I'm going to talk to you. 2022 is last day coming to an end. We got 2023 coming, and let me tell you guys, I said this once, I'll say it again. I think 2023 is going to make 2022 look like a picnic. I really do. I'm watching this Andrew Tate stuff, guys, and the more and more I watch it, the more and more I realize how stupid people are. I mean, people are just sheeples, man. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how people, I'm talking to folks, and they're just like, oh, Andrew Tate's a bad guy, and this, that, and the third. And guys, it's not about Andrew Tate. You know, he got 30 days for no reason, by the way. We all know that. You know, like he said, the Matrix sent their agents. They came to get him. But if you look at certain characters in the world, there's some evil people out here, man. And I think we're all a mixed bag, all of us. And, you know, we all have some good and bad in us. There's some gray areas and black and white. And the world ain't black and white. It's gray, you know. And I believe, you know, you add up all the good, subtract the bad, and then you come out either a net positive or a negative person. I try to be the best person I can be, and I'm sure you guys do too. So when they're talking about people like Andrew Tate or Donald Trump or Elon Musk, Kanye West, you know, remember Brett Kavanaugh, what they did to him, Bill Cosby, the people from the, you know, the January 6th events and stuff like that. They paint these people as evil, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, you got people like, you know, George Floyd, who passed away, unfortunately. God rest his soul. Paint him out as a good guy. We all know he had a checkered past and a lot of drug addictions, and he had a lot of criminal stuff going on. And then you got obviously our president and his son and the 3-letter word agencies working with Twitter. I mean, you got Sam Bankman-Fried, you got Dr. Fauci, Katie Hobbs out there in Arizona, Nancy Pelosi's husband doing whatever he's doing. You know, Maxine Waters, she actually, you know, incited riots. She incited riots a couple of years ago when the BLM stuff was going on. You got Antifa, Black Lives Matter, you know, all these different organizations that the media spins that are good. But the people that I mentioned in the first segment, those are the bad guys, you know. And I'm not saying anybody's good or bad, but I'm just like, man, you just got to look for the truth. And the truth is, if you just take off your Republican or Democrat hat and just look at things from a logical point of view, again, it's not about Andrew Tate going to jail or Elon Musk exposing the Twitter files. It's about what the media and what the narrative says about these things. You know, I mean, take a look at what they did to Donald Trump for 4 years. That man wasn't supposed to be in office. He wasn't. We all know that. But he used Twitter because the mainstream media didn't want him to be there, and he was a heavy underdog, you know, against Hillary Clinton. If you guys don't remember, he was a heavy underdog. He was not even supposed to make it out of the Democratic, the Republican nominees. He wasn't supposed to be one of them, but he won. And he was just up there telling the truth, and he was like, hey, I'm not like these politicians. I use my own money and stuff like that. And, you know, the system, the people didn't think he'd make it. And he just used Twitter, and he spoke to the people, and he won. You know, he won based on people can see right through the lies with Hillary Clinton and the administration before that. They said, well, we don't want, you know, 4 more years of that. So they voted him in. And, of course, he was in a, you know, they said it was Russia and all these different things going on for 3 years straight. They said it was Russia. And then when the Mueller report came out, he said it wasn't like that. And I didn't hear any kind of apologies or anything like that and say, oh, I'm sorry, we were wrong. They just moved on to the next thing. And the next thing was the January 6th thing. Among many things, the racism. He's a racist. He's a sexist. He's a misogynist. All these different things. They're just trying to get him impeached and discredit him because he's a disruption. He's not part of the system, and he doesn't go with the flow of what the narrative and the media tells them to do. And there are Republicans that do it too, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at Mitch the Grinch McConnell. You know, he went right along with him by saying that, you know, he voted for the omnibus bill, obviously, and I think he coerced a few of his Republican, you know, friends to do it. But he also came out and said, you know, Ukraine is our number one priority for America. My gosh, man, what world are we living in? And then, you know, of course, oh, guys, I forgot to show you these two. In my vintage silver video, I thought I only had 2 prospector rounds, but I actually had 9 more in here. You can go hard. I'll show them to you. And, you know, when the January 6th stuff happened, he actually was saying, Donald Trump, during the speeches, because, you know, he wanted Mike, because, you know, remember, January 6th was a date before January 6th. You know, people were talking about that day because they thought that he can go in there and use his constitutional right, speaking of the vice president, and go in there and try to stop what we all know was a sham of an election. We know, everybody knows it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I don't want to get canceled. But he chose not to do that. The former vice president, and he went on and did what he did, and people got mad and they rioted, and they went up there and did what they did. You know what I mean? And it was just such a terrorist attack, and it was such a big deal. I remember the other day, the White House press secretary, the girl who looks like the girl from Black Panther, Karine Jean-Claude or whatever her name is, you know, Pierre or whatever. She said that was the worst attack in American history, on American soil in American history, or something like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, you don't remember 9/11 or Pearl Harbor? Anyone? Like, come on, man. These people, we're living in a fantasy world, guys. And then a guy named Julian Assange, I think he was the head of the WikiLeaks. You know, WikiLeaks was, you know, a truth-telling place. And then you saw what they did to him. They just said, oh, he raped a girl. And all of a sudden, he got all in trouble. He got arrested. All the charges were BS. But, you know, like Andrew Tate said, it's a 3-step process. They cancel you, they arrest you, or they kill you. And they did that to him. And then, obviously, this stuff was going on with Elon Musk. I mean, the Twitter files are a big deal. They should be talking about this. I mean, this is the biggest story by far of 2022. That and the robbery of Carrie Lake, what happened to her. Now, see, it seems like when you hear me talk, it seems like I'm talking like I'm a Republican. I'm not a Republican, guys. I'm an American that seeks the truth, that reads the Constitution every day and wants the truth. And we want justice and for everybody in America. We just want fair elections. We want everybody to be treated the same. Nobody, you know, having a fair advantage over anybody else. These are the rounds I got from New Orleans. I got a roll of those. And we want a fair and justice system. But the problem is it's not fair and it's not justice. It's not just. Elon Musk, can you imagine, guys, if Elon Musk said all this stuff in the reverse? He found out all this stuff about bad stuff about the other side of the aisle, the right side of the aisle. Oh my God, they'd be running with this. And you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's obvious, it's clear as day that the FBI did what they did with Twitter. All these, you know, allegations and everything else going on. You guys know, you guys read the Twitter files. And now Elon Musk is a bad guy now because he came out there and told the truth. But they don't want the truth. They don't want the truth out there. And there's a reason they don't want the truth. I'm going to make a prediction, guys. Get ready this year, 2023. I'm telling you, just think of it in a logical sense. When you see a storm coming, when a storm, you know, before the storm hits, you can feel it coming, right? What do you see? It starts to get a little dark. Just not say there was no weatherman and you didn't know the weather, and it just feels a little weird. It starts to get a little windy. You know, the temperature starts changing. It's just something starts to change, and you see it. Andrew Tate has a big following, ladies and gentlemen, a big following, and rightfully so. This guy, what he's doing is he is a disruptor, man. This guy is an absolute disruptor. And all the media are just running. And again, like I said the other day, he is guilty until proven innocent. And he is just he said it, and he's so articulate when he talks, and he said it. He goes, look, man, this is what they're gonna do to me. You know what I mean? They try to cancel me, the next thing they're gonna arrest me. And they're gonna arrest me. And they did, on complete nonsense and BS. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden, who actually did something against our country, not, you know, speaking truths and stuff like that, he's out there chilling. Why didn't they come out there and arrest him? Why are they not arresting Hunter Biden? You know, why did it take them so long to get Sam Bankman-Fried? Why isn't Dr. Fauci getting arrested for doing it? I mean, you know how many people lost their businesses, lost money, lost their careers, lost their lives, lost loved ones because of Dr. Fauci? Katie Hobbs obviously rigged the election. They had a sham trial, lost that. And then the situation with Nancy Pelosi's husband with the guy breaking in, y'all know what time it was with that stuff. I don't even want to get into that. But meanwhile, you lock up a 78, 79-year-old man in Bill Cosby because he's telling black people, hey, you're not a victim, pull your pants up and go out here and get a job and stop living off of welfare. And Black Lives Matter is not for you, by the way. And he gets arrested, and 60, 70, 80, whatever his women all of a sudden come out and said, he is a R word. And then same thing with Brett Kavanaugh. You know, he was Trump's pick. All of a sudden, this lady comes out of nowhere and says he's an R word. You know what I mean? Kanye West, he starts telling the truth, although he's a little, you know, people think he's off. They used to say that about the philosophers back in the day too. And I'm not saying he's not a little weird, not a little off, but listen to what that man says. Okay, I don't see a lot of lies in what he says. It's just his methods of saying it. And look what they did to him. He said it. He said it himself. He lost $1 billion. They shut his accounts down. They canceled him. You know, what do you think's going to happen to him next? You know what I mean? And he's not stopping. He's going to keep going. And there's a lot of people that follow these people, these heroes. You know, these to me, they're freedom fighters. Donald Trump is a freedom fighter. I don't care what anybody says. He's not perfect. Elon Musk, freedom of speech. What Donald Trump did for this country is absolutely great. I love it. But he made the left go crazy. And I'm going to make a specific video about that. But he did great for this country. Look what he did with the borders. He wanted to build a wall. But Joe Biden came in and signed 40-something overturned policies to undo everything Trump did. A lot of stuff he did was good, and he undid it. Now look at the borders now, guys. Look at the borders. You know what I mean? I mean, again, if you seriously made a plan and say, okay, let's screw this country up as bad as we can, you couldn't come up with a plan better than what this administration has done. None of us could. What they did in Afghanistan, what they're doing with our oil over here, what they're doing with our dollar, they just passed a $1.7 trillion omnibus bill overnight, by the way, put a bunch of pork in it, so you can't fight it, and then say, oh, we have to sign this because we have to go home for Christmas, and if you don't, it's going to be a government shutdown, and oh, by the way, you can't read it. Get the fuck. Guys, the storm is coming. And when I say a storm, I mean, let's just say the January 6th riots won't be anything. The BLM, Antifa riots. And by the way, let's talk about that for a second. 2020, 2021 was crazy. What they did in Seattle, and they took over those 6 blocks of the police, and they did that, and the left did that, and then Maxine Waters, basically saying, hey, go out there and harass, harass the politicians that disagree with you, harass the people if they don't put the guy that killed George Floyd in jail. You need to go out here and protest and be basically inciting riots. She did exactly what they claim Trump did, and Trump didn't do it. How come they're not trying to get her impeached? And speaking of Maxine Waters, isn't she in bed with Sam Bankman-Fried? Again, man, it depends on what team you're on. You know what I mean? And when you go against them, boy, they come at you hard. And people are getting sick and tired of it, man. They're getting sick and tired of it. And I'm going to say this, man. Get your stuff ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. Storm is coming. I don't want it to come. But I got my umbrella. I got my raincoat. I got my supplies just in case the power goes out when that big storm comes. And I'm ready, man. You know what I mean? And I need y'all to be ready. And every time I've been saying in these last few videos, we need to wake people up. I'm not saying it to incite violence. I am not a violent person. You know, I don't bring no violence to somebody. But if somebody comes and violence comes knocking at my door, you came to the right door. That's all I'm gonna tell you. All right. We got to stand up for our freedom. We got to stand up for our rights. We got to go by the Constitution. And at the end of the day, these people I named before, the you know, our president, and, you know, our pretender in chief, his son, you know, 3-letter word organizations that's working with Twitter, evil people like Sam Bankman-Fried. How is this guy not arrested? And how did he get out on bail, by the way? Was it $250 million bail? Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have any money. And supposedly they put the money up for his mother's house or his parents' house or something like that. But he got out of prison. Come on, man. Again, he donated a lot of money. But he better go and do exactly what these people tell him to do. If not, Epstein comes to mind. So 2022 is coming to a close. 2023 is here, and we're here too. And if you have people that are on the far other end of the spectrum, if you know what I mean, you got to try to wake them up, man. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But believe me, I try to do this shit every day. I know, man. Trust me. But if you love them, you got to do it. You know, you got to do it. And if it causes an argument, fuck it. Let it cause an argument. Who gives a shit? You know? But I'm telling you this right now. People are going to have to pick a side. What side you going to be on? It ain't about right or left. I'm not talking about that. You got to pick a side of right versus wrong. Evil versus good. That's how I look at it. Period, end of story. God versus the other guy. Not this guy. He's a great guy. And speaking of that, you heard about the stuff that happened with him? This is FDR, by the way. It's an 8 ounce. The new stuff that came out. And God bless Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, excuse me. God bless that guy, man. He needs to be protected at all time. You know what I mean? Boy, 2023 is going to be crazy. Happy New Year, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Next time I talk to you, it will be New Year's. Be safe, be careful, be prosperous. And just remember, you're on the right side. We're all on the right side. But we got to get the people that we love to be on the right side. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you're feeling what I'm saying, let me know. Give me some other examples of the good guys versus the bad guys. And give me some examples of what they turn their cheek to and what they don't talk about and stuff like that, you know? I mean, you know, I'm only naming a few, but there's plenty more. All right? Please, guys, in the comment section below, do me a favor, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. Only if you like it. If you like my channel and my videos, go ahead and share it. Share your knowledge. Share your information. Share your passion. Share your truth. Share the truth about what's going on, because they don't know. I've had so many people tell me, oh, I'm glad Andrew Tate went to jail. Oh, my God, I hate Trump. And, oh, my God, Elon Musk is a bad guy. And Kanye West is crazy. Wake them up. All right? I'm sharing a lot of stuff with you guys today. The least you can do is share my videos, because you already know. Sharing is caring. And you guys also know I love you very much. You guys are my boys, and you know that. Guys, let's get it. All right? Keep stacking. Love God. Love your family. Love this country. And keep your head on the swivel. Get your raincoat on. Get your umbrella, because the storm is coming. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.